The government doesn't seem to be listening to very many people.
Some Albertans are taking to the streets to air grievances with the UCP government. And by to the streets, I mean literally with chalk.
Even with, 10,000 people across the province marching, they they just keep on going. So we keep on going, and we will keep on going until something changes where they're listening and they're actually trying to address Albertan problems.
Adam is part of the same group who organized the province-wide protests against the UCP in February. But now protests like this one aren't safe or legal. So they've turned to sidewalk chalk messages about issues such as physician funding changes, educational assistant layoffs, and health care.
They're supposed to actually talk about things and solve things for us together. And that's not happening. People are writing letters. They're being ignored and not replied to. So where do you go from there?
So now it's with chalk they hope will get the message across. Several offices and the legislature were made to be the canvas Thursday and Friday.
So I think actually this particular protest is likely to garner attention, not just within Alberta, but across the country.
This Mount Royal political science professor says at a time when Premier Jason Kenney is seeing lowered popularity in the polls, this type of protest may be more effective.
And that will, of course, generate more pressure on the government in terms of the policy directions that protesters want them to move in.
City News reached out to the UCP but did not hear back in time for broadcast. Above all, Williams says the UCP will make the decisions they want to make in the end, despite pressure from protesters. But that isn't discouraging these activists turned artists.
We've tried to wait and see from the last election, and within a month, we already had major changes starting to roll down. And I think most Albertans would say, yeah, that's not what we voted for.
In Calgary, Taylo rBraat, City News.